Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hopes having an awesome day this beautiful day. Let's get into this, guys. In today's video, we'll be talking about the 2026 Florida governor race election. I'm very excited for. Probably the most election I'm keeping up with, except for the Senate and House. This election, the 2026 Florida governor election, is very interesting, if you ask me. And guys, I'm going to start out this poll, by the way. Also, Ron DeSantis currently is the Florida governor. He is ineligible to run for a third term. He's ineligible to run for another term. He's already served 2 terms. He cannot run for a third term. So Ron DeSantis, in his political future, Ron DeSantis, by the way, his political future is very interesting. Currently the sitting governor of Florida. He might be able to run for president in 2020. I know when he ran for president in 2024, it didn't go that well in that Republican primary. But in 2028, DeSantis might be a tick. I think you could maybe run DeSantis, even though I think there might be better options. I think the Republicans, I think J.D. Vance, the vice president right now, is currently the heavy favorite in the Republican primary. So I think they're going to hold J.D. Vance. But Ron DeSantis, his political future is not over yet. However, he's ineligible to run for the Florida governor a seat again for a third term. So that's the thing with Ron DeSantis. Most of you already know that, but I might as well just remind you. But anyway, guys, I want to look at this poll here. And also, there's also been rumors about, before I look at this poll, there's also been some rumors about Casey DeSantis running, which is Ron DeSantis' wife. It's not announced she's running yet, but there's been some rumors about it. And I'm not opposed to it. I wouldn't mind Casey DeSantis running. She'll run as a Republican. But I don't know. I don't even know much about Casey DeSantis. I only know he's Ron DeSantis' wife. But I don't know much about Casey DeSantis. I don't know if she'll run. I think there's better candidates. I think she would probably lose. But she is DeSantis' wife, so maybe all the DeSantis lovers will be on Casey DeSantis' side if she decides to run. But you also, guys, got Brian Donaldson, which is currently the heavy favorite in the Republican primary. And guys, also, whoever wins the Republican primary, is going to be the Florida governor. Because no matter who the Democrats run, it doesn't really matter, because Florida is a Republican state. Florida's not going blue to the Democrat governorship. It's not happening. So it doesn't really matter who I don't think it matters too much who the Democrat nominee is. I think whoever wins the Republican primary is definitely going to win the election. I just don't see it. So, I mean, that's just my opinion on that matter. I think the Democrat nominee really doesn't matter. The Republicans, whoever wins the Republican primary, should win the election. At least they're very unpopular. But let's just say Casey DeSantis does not run. It's really between Brian Donaldson and James Fishback. James Fishback's getting a lot of noise recently. He just came out of nowhere. He's only 31 years old. He's very young. Very smart guy. He's a really smart guy. He kind of reminds me of the Vivek Ramaswamy a lot. I've already made a video talking about how I think James Fishback is a complete genius. I know his last name's kind of weird, but James Fishback does remind me a lot of the Vivek Ramaswamy. He really does. He's very smart. He's a very smart dude. He's very young. He's actually younger than the Vivek. I think the Vivek Ramaswamy is like 38 years old. I think, no, 30. He might be. He's around 38, I think. James Fishback's like 7 years younger than him, I believe. I might be wrong on Vivek. I think Vivek's around 38. James Fishback, I believe, is 31. But James Fishback's very smart. He's very young. He has some very good policies, like the H-1 visa policy he has. He said one of his first things he'll do in office, sign an executive order to raise the tuition to like $1 billion for foreign college students. I think that's one of his executive orders he wants to do, which I'm fine with, actually. So, and James Fishback is also a really good talker. I did see his interview with Tucker Carlson. I thought he did really good. Had joy watching that last night. James Fishback's conversation with Tucker Carlson. Very, very, very good interview with him. But James Fishback, I think James Fishback's getting a lot of buzz recently. Even though in this one poll, which we're about to take a look at, is at 5%. Brian Donaldson at 47%. Brian Donaldson easily the heavy favorite. President Trump has already endorsed him. But that was before James Fishback announced he was running. James Fishback, he announced he was running maybe like a month ago. He's not been announced he was running that long. And I mean, James Fishback, I think, starting to get a lot of noise. Even this poll only has him at 5%. I think that might change. And you know what I really want to see, guys? And James Fishback did mention this, I think, on the Tucker Carlson interview we had with Tucker Carlson. He did say he wants to debate Brian Donaldson. He said he wanted, he said that he wants Brian Donaldson to debate him, which that'll be great. That'll be a great debate. That'll be a great debate to watch. James Fishback versus Brian Donaldson. I think James Fishback could probably destroy Brian Donaldson. I have nothing against Brian Donaldson, even though he has some APAC thing going on with him. I think he is a big donor in APAC. I'm not going to lie to you guys. James Fishback's very against APAC, which makes a lot of sense. I think most of America is actually starting to turn on Israel. Israel is I don't think Israel's a good country. They're very corrupt. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I mean, I think the Palestine's probably worse, but Israel is not good either. I think APAC is a big problem if you ask me. Hamas is a little worse, and I'm not gonna lie. They're a terrorist organization. The Palestine thing, they're not good either. But Israel is very corrupt, and I think James Fishback nails it when he talks about Israel. It's crazy. It really is crazy. He also, I mean, the Tucker Carlson, he mentioned a lot about Israel and Florida. That was a big discussion in that interview. So go watch the interview yourself with Tucker Carlson and James Fishback. It was about an hour conversation. You can find it on Tucker Carlson's YouTube channel. Very interesting there. But anyway, I'm gonna look at this poll here. So Brian Donaldson currently a 47% chance. This is without Casey DeSantis, and Fishback at a 5% chance. I think they're underestimating Fishback a little bit. With Casey DeSantis, Brian Donaldson's still winning. 39% Casey at 26, and Fishback at 3%. I think this poll. I mean, it's only one poll, but I think they're getting a little too much crap on Fishback. Fishback's a great. He said so. He's attacking Israel, and then Nalu and all that stuff. And I mean, I don't hate Israel, but they are definitely corrupt. I would say that Israel is definitely corrupt, 1,000%. That's not even one thing to debate on. But this 2026 race will be interesting. I think it's a very interesting race. Brian Donaldson, I'm not opposed to him. I don't mind the guy. He's currently the U.S. House Representative out of Florida, which is our state. He's running for governor in. So he's currently a representative. James Fishback's not even a politician. I forgot what business he owns. I think he's a business owner. I think. So he's not like even a sitting member of Congress. But anyway, guys, what is your take on the 2026 Florida governor race? I'm gonna start doing more of these videos soon. The midterms are about 8 months away. Well, it's in November actually. Not 11. It's about 10 months away. Say 10 months away until the 2026 midterms. Around 9 months away until that election. But I think this is one poll. They really underrating James Fishback. I mean, James Fishback might still lose the primary, and I think whoever wins the primary on the Republican side is going to be the next governor. Because, I mean, the Democrats, I think, have a shot of winning the Florida governorship. So, whoever wins the Republican primary in Florida is likely going to be the next governor. Because Florida is a red state. It really is just a red state. It's not going to a Democrat. I think a Democrat governor is becoming in power. It's just not likely going to happen. So, whoever wins the Republican primary most likely will become the governor of Florida in the general election. The primary believes in August. So there's going to be a debate between James Fishback and Brian Donaldson. It would likely be probably July this year, maybe June. Hopefully it might be like sometime late July because the primary is August. So I think I would say probably around July or June, which will be very interesting. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts about this 2026 midterm and this Pacific race, the Florida governor race. We'll have more videos talking about the midterm soon. Thanks for watching. Big fan of James Fishback. He does attack Israel. He also wants less AI data centers, which are very interesting. We all know the H-1 visa thing too. That's very interesting too. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Watch James Fishback's interview with Tucker Carlson. Very interesting interview. Go find that. It's on Tucker Carlson's YouTube channel. Excuse me. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye bye. Have a good night, everyone.